Alvarez confirms summer preference as Arsenal. Manchester United put offers on the table for Atletico Madrid striker Julian Alvarez has confirmed where he wants to play his football next season amid offers from Arsenal and Manchester United, according to reports. Both the Gunners and the Red Devils are keen to bring in a new striker in the summer transfer window as they look for consistent goals from their frontman. Victor Gyökeres has been struggling to hit the heights Arsenal fans expected of him after his £64 million move from Sporting CP to the Emirates Stadium in the summer transfer window. Gyökeres has scored 13 goals in 34 appearances in all competitions for Arsenal this term after bagging 97 in 102 matches in his time at Sporting CP. And Manchester United are having similar issues with their £74 million summer signing, Benjamin Sesko, who has scored 7 goals in 22 matches in all competitions for the Red Devils. Arsenal star leading the race to win the Ballon d'Or if the Gunners win the Premier League. Arsenal legend Emmanuel Petit reckons Gunners midfielder Declan Rice is likely to win the Ballon d'Or if Mikel Arteta's side lift the Premier League title. The Gunners are having a brilliant season with Arsenal currently 4 points clear in the Premier League title race, through to the last 16 of the Champions League, into the League Cup final and still in the FA Cup after beating Wigan Athletic at the weekend. The signing of Rice from West Ham in 2023 for £105 million has taken Arsenal to another level in midfield, with the England international able to play several different roles in central midfield. Rice has contributed 4 goals and 7 assists in 36 appearances in all competitions this season, and Petit reckons the Arsenal midfielder is leading the race for the Ballon d'Or if the Gunners win the Premier League title. Petit told Ignition Casino Declan Rice is potentially leading the race for the Ballon d'Or, but don't forget there is a World Cup at the end of the year. What next for Vinicius Jr., Real Madrid after shameful night in Lisbon? Tuesday's content against Benfica was decided by Vinicius Jr.'s goal but defined by the alleged abuse he received. Vinicius Jr. found himself at the center of a shameful storm. The headline should be about Real Madrid, Vinicius Jr. wrote on social media, the sense of weary fury radiating out of his powerful post, but it's necessary. Tuesday night's 1-0 win against Benfica was decided by the Brazilian star's stunning goal and shamefully defined by the alleged racist abuse he suffered from Gianluca Prestiani, who denies the accusation. There's plenty to unpick from an evening which has become far too familiar for Vinicius Jr., but what lies ahead could be even more important. Are you ready to kick it? MLS is back. What next for Vinicius Jr., Real Madrid after shameful night in Lisbon? Tuesday's content against Benfica was decided by Vinicius Jr.'s goal but defined by the alleged abuse he received. Grey-white bloom. 2 hours ago Vinicius Jr. found himself at the center of a shameful storm. Eric Verhoeven /Socrates/Maciej Dragowski Eurasia Sport Images Joao Bravo Sports Press Photo Octavio Passos UEFA Getty Images. Add us on. The headline should be about Real Madrid, Vinicius Jr. wrote on social media, the sense of weary fury radiating out of his powerful post, but it's necessary. Tuesday night's 1-0 win against Benfica was decided by the Brazilian star's stunning goal and shamefully defined by the alleged racist abuse he suffered from Gianluca Prestiani, who denies the accusation. There's plenty to unpick from an evening which has become far too familiar for Vinicius Jr., but what lies ahead could be even more important. UEFA, European soccer's governing body, has the chance to use this disgrace to the sport as a turning point. Yet, if past precedent is anything to go by, there are more grim nights ahead. Free newsletter, sign up to get informed with SIFC. Timeline of events. It was quickly forgotten, but these sorry scenes began with Vinicius Jr. scoring a spectacular goal. After watching Kylian Mbappé spurn a glut of first-half chances, Real Madrid's number 7 stuffed a Rips Norteyer into the top corner, becoming the second highest-scoring Brazilian in Champions League history. To celebrate his screamer, Vinicius Jr. simply shimmied around the corner flag, akin to World Cup icon Roger Milla. Benfica manager José Mourinho would subsequently blame the Brazilian for inciting the reaction, bizarrely asking, why didn't he celebrate like Eusebio, Pelé, or Alfredo Di Stefano? Benfica centre-back Nicolas Otamendi was the first to take issue with Vinicius Jr. The goalscorer brushed off the Argentine defender to flag up the name on the back of his shirt and stretch his arms out wide, which prompted Prestiani to charge over. Incredibly, it was at this point that the referee Francois Letzier booked Vinicius Jr. I still don't understand why, the winger would later admit. As the players lined up at the halfway line to restart the match, Prestiani made a grand show of covering his mouth to say something to Vinicius Jr., who immediately steamed over to the referee. Letzier made the crossed arms gesture to signal that racist abuse had been reported. Vinicius Jr. made a beeline towards the Real Madrid dugout, where he took a seat on the bench as both technical areas emptied onto the pitch. Mourinho had a word with the Brazilian, as did his manager Alvaro Arbeloa, and it took 8 minutes for the game to restart.